for you, I guess, just how tricky is it to do a horror comedy? It just seems it's such a hard balance to get right, and I think you nailed it on this.
Thank you. I mean, I'd never written one before, so it's kind of based on an idea sort of like from my life. My parents and my husband's parents all met like in one house over a weekend when we were just started dating, and it was kind of intense and high pressure. Everybody loved each other, but just like, 3 days in a house, it's too much for everybody to deal with.
Yeah.
So we kind of just joked like the only thing that would be more stressful is if this was like a haunted house. So it's just kind of like the idea in the back of my mind. Um, so I when I watch something, I want to care about the people in it. Like I love comedy, I love horror, but like if it's just jokes or just scares, I don't know. You can easily, at least I can kind of zone out a little bit. So I just always wanted to kind of, keep an eye on like what's going on with these characters, aside from all these crazy things.
And how do you think your family have they seen it? What do they think?
They have
Knowing
seen
that
it.
maybe they might have inspired some things in
I,
it.
they have seen it, and they when you start writing something, you're like, I'm going to write a movie about us. Never should have said that I'm writing a movie about us. Because it changes, and then you get notes, and then they're like, make this person more like this, and then the actors come in and they're like, I'm going to play it like this, and then you're like, uh-oh. Um, so, but they've seen it and they love it, and I made sure that everybody has like a redeeming moment. That it is they end up as a family. So I think everybody's happy, and we're still married. We're all talking. Everything's
Good.
fine.
And did you have any actors or types of actors in mind when you were writing it? Because I mean, the cast in this is incredible. It's stacked.
Amazing. Like there were some people I wrote a couple parts for people that I'd worked with before. Um, obviously that didn't end up happening, but like
Right.
things go in different directions, and then but then I'm like, oh, these people are perfect for what it is. It couldn't be more perfect. I just remember we had like a little casual dinner the first night on set where I just looked around and I was like, I teared up. I'm like, this is too much. This is too perfect.
It's an amazing cast, and I'm most shocked, I think, by obviously Brian Cox in this movie, just some of the
Yeah,
stuff he agreed to do. Just
totally.
what was your reaction to seeing him pull off some of these wild situations that you wrote?
Um, Brian was the first person to come on board the film, which was like a shock because he's like this Shakespearean, high caliber. You've never seen him do some of the things that he does in this movie. And every day on
No.
set, I'd be like, oh, we're shooting this scene today. Is he gonna really do this? But he was a trooper and he always did it, and it was super fun. And I think he enjoyed doing some of those wilder things because it's just like he doesn't get to do that kind of stuff all the time.
And I mean, going nude.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, people.
Yeah. 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 Not full frontal.
We don't see it all. No.
Yeah, I saw no.
And what
I
kind of
was,
what what kind of space was left for improv? Because obviously you have these amazing
yeah,
people. I know you've done Groundlings. Lisa comes from Groundlings. There's a
sure.
lot of, I think, people with that background.
Yeah, we would it's not like we ever said like let's improvise this entire scene, but we would kind of like do it as written. If I saw a joke, I was very lucky to be on set the entire time. So if
Yeah.
there was like a joke that I felt like this isn't really working, or if you have an idea, Craig, the director, was very patient and generous and would let me like write a different thing on a post-it note and hand it to him, and then he would feed that to them. Or sometimes, an actor would be like, you know what, I try something, and then you would let them try that thing, and it's great. And so you had tons of different options, but like the basic structures of the scenes were always there.
Mm. And my last question was, it just I love seeing more gay representation in
Yeah.
horror films, especially. How important was that for you to bring that to the screen, to the film?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of based on, slightly my relationship with my husband. So,
Yeah.
if we're going to be gay. I would have been upset if they said like, no, they can't be gay. They have to be a straight couple. But what I like about the movie, it's not about being gay. I mean, those things come up
Yeah.
in the film, but it's not like, okay, we're gay. Let's talk about being gay all day. You know what I mean? Like people
Yeah.
don't do that. You know what I mean? So I think it's fun to just see that sort of representation, in a film.
I think everyone can relate to the Meet the Parents story. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. Sure.
All right. Well, Thank you, Kent. It has been a pleasure. Like I said, I had a blast watching this movie. So
Thank you so much.
congrats on
So
it and
glad.
have a
Thank you.
good one. Have a good weekend.
You too. Thank you.